There are tasks in your business that happen every single day: pulling data, sending notifications, updating records, routing information between tools. And right now, a human being is doing all of them. Make.com is the tool that does them instead, automatically while you sleep. Today on TechSignal HQ, we're going deep on Make.com.
TechSignal HQ. You're closer than you think.
Make.com is a visual automation platform. It connects your apps and services together and tells them how to talk to each other, without you writing a single line of code. Here is how it works. You build what Make calls a scenario. That is just their word for an automated workflow. Inside a scenario, each step is called a module. You pick an app, pick an action, connect it to the next module, and Make handles the rest. When something happens in one app, Make triggers a chain reaction across all the others. The thing that separates Make from every other automation tool is the visual canvas. Instead of a list of steps you scroll through, you see the entire workflow laid out like a flowchart. Every connection is visible. Every branch is visible. When data moves through your automation, you can watch it happen in real time. For complex workflows, and business workflows almost always become complex, that visibility changes everything. Make connects over 3,000 apps. It handles conditional logic, loops, filters, error handling, and data transformation. And it does all of that at a price point that is, depending on your volume, 3 to 5 times cheaper than the most popular alternative. What does it actually automate? 4 categories cover the majority of use cases. Data routing, moving information between apps automatically when something changes. Notifications and alerts, sending a Slack message, an email, or a text when a specific condition is met. Content operations, generating, formatting, or publishing content on a schedule. And AI integrations as of late 2025. Make connects natively to Claude, OpenAI, and Gemini. So your automations can include an AI reasoning step without any extra setup. That last one is what TechSignal HQ runs on. Pricing. Free plan, 1,000 credits per month, 2 active scenarios. Enough to test, but not enough to run a real business. Core plan, $9 a month, billed annually. 10,000 credits, unlimited scenarios, 1-minute scheduling intervals, webhooks, and access to all integrations. For most solo operators and small teams, Core is the right tier and the right price. One thing to understand before you build: Make charges per credit, and every module that executes in a scenario uses 1 credit. A 5-step automation running 100 times a month uses 500 credits. That math matters. Plan your scenario step counts before you build, and watch your usage the first week before you commit to annual billing. 3 types of professionals get the most out of Make right now. First, solo operators and small business owners. If you are running a business with a small team and a lot of repetitive operational tasks, Make is the tool that gives you back hours you did not know you were losing. The documented time savings for solopreneurs using Make for content and client operations consistently land in the range of 5 to 10 hours per week. At any billable rate, that math changes fast. Second, marketing and content teams. The most common Make use case in marketing is multi-platform content distribution. 1 trigger, multiple outputs. A post drafted in one place automatically formats and publishes across platforms, updates a tracking sheet, and sends a Slack notification to the team. What used to take 30 minutes of manual work per piece of content takes 0 minutes. Teams running this setup report handling 2 to 3 times the content volume with the same headcount. Third, operations and finance professionals. Invoice processing, approval routing, CRM data syncing, report generation. One documented case: A mid-size firm processing 500 invoices per month across multiple suppliers saw a 75% reduction in approval time and eliminated 2 full-time equivalent hours of manual data entry per day after building their workflow in Make. Here is what building in Make actually looks like. We are going to build a real scenario from scratch, one that TechSignal HQ actually runs. We are going to build something you could use yourself, a weekly AI news scanner. It searches for the biggest AI tool news of the week, has Claude summarize it in plain English, and logs everything to a spreadsheet automatically. 3 tools, 0 manual research. Let's build it. We start with Perplexity, and here's why. Most AI models are working from training data, a snapshot frozen in the past. Perplexity is different. It actually searches the live web, which matters when the question is what happened this week. I'm asking it for the 5 biggest AI tool stories from the last 7 days. Tool name, what it does, and where the information came from. That last part matters. We want sources, not just claims. Here's the problem though. What Perplexity hands back is useful, but it reads like research notes, dense, not exactly something you'd forward to a colleague. That's where Claude comes in. Claude's job isn't finding information, it's translating it, turning raw research into something a busy professional can read in 15 seconds. So I'm adding an Anthropic module and giving Claude one job. Read what Perplexity found and write a single clean paragraph, plain English, no jargon, no bullet points, naming the one story that actually matters this week and why. Last piece. Where does all this actually go? Google Sheets is the output. This is the part that turns a one-time AI conversation into a running record. Every time this scenario runs, it adds 1 row, today's date, and Claude's paragraph sitting right next to it. That's the whole point. Perplexity did the searching, Claude did the writing, and this sheet is where you'd actually go to see it. No digging through chat logs, just 1 clean row per week, ready to skim when you're building the newsletter. And there it is, 1 new row, right on the sheet. Today's date and a real paragraph Claude just wrote, built from research Perplexity pulled seconds ago. No copy-paste, no tab switching, no manual writing. 3 tools that don't normally talk to each other, now running as one pipeline. And notice what's not here. I didn't map a headline, a source link, or a newsletter checkbox. What's genuinely great, Visual Canvas makes complex workflows manageable. 3 to 5 times cheaper than Zapier at equivalent volume. Native Claude and AI integrations on all paid plans. Unused credits roll over 1 month. Over 3,000 app integrations. Free plan is genuinely functional for testing, also strong. Conditional logic, loops, and branching that Zapier simply cannot do without workarounds. Error handling built in, data transformation without external tools. What's not great? Learning curve is real. The canvas is powerful, but it takes time to understand. New users consistently underestimate credit consumption. A workflow that seems simple can burn credits faster than expected when it runs frequently. The limitation that matters, Zapier has over 8,000 app integrations versus Make's 3,000. Here is the honest take. Make is the best automation platform available at this price point. The visual canvas is genuinely useful, not just pretty. The AI integrations are real and they work. And at $9 a month for 10,000 credits, the value is hard to argue with compared to what you'd pay anywhere else. But there are 2 things you need to know before you start. First, the learning curve is real. This is not Zapier. You will spend time on the canvas before you feel comfortable. Budget a few hours of experimentation before you try to build anything mission critical. Second, watch your credit usage the first week. Every module that runs costs a credit. Complex scenarios with loops or filters burn more than you expect. Monitor your usage before you commit to a credit tier. Who should use Zapier instead? If you need a specific niche app integration that Make does not have, Zapier's catalog is more than twice the size. If you are completely new to automation and want to get something running in 15 minutes with no learning curve, Zapier is faster to start. And if you are running a larger team where non-technical people need to build their own automations, Zapier's interface is more forgiving. The trade-off is cost. At any serious volume, you will pay 3 to 5 times more for the same workflow on Zapier. Make.com is free to start. The link in the description goes to Make.com. It is our affiliate link, which means if you sign up through it, you support TechSignal HQ at no extra cost to you. If you want to see exactly how TechSignal HQ uses Make.com, the scenarios, the Claude integration, the newsletter automation, the AI Playbook has the full system. $27, instant download, link in the description. Every Monday, we cover a different profession. The weekly Signal newsletter goes out every Tuesday. Free, 5 minutes, one AI story worth knowing. Link below. Every Wednesday, we go deep on one tool, exactly like today. You're closer than you think.